Okay, thank you so much. Uh, this session has a maximum of 40 minutes. That would mean 40 divided by 8 of you. Yes? 40 divided by 8. That would mean you have 5 minutes to conclusively give us the best of yourself. So we shall, which side is willing to start first? Okay.
I'm returning to you guys once again. Proposal side. So the topic of discussion is research shows that technology can significantly lower the costs of achieving the SDGs discussed. I'm going to start by defining the keywords of the topic of discussion. Research to discover new facts or information about something. Technology, scientific knowledge used in practical ways. Significantly, large or important to have an effect on something. Then, lower cost, below average amount. Then achieving, succeeding in reaching a particular goal. Then the main subject of the topic, the SDGs. The SDGs in full its sustainable development goals. These are a set of goals introduced by the UN, the United Nations, in 2015 as part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. They aim to address various global challenges. These include zero poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, clean water and sanitation, industrialization and infrastructure, life below water and on land, peace and justice and strong institution. Partnerships for goals, responsible consumption and construction. Then sustainable cities and communities, reduce inequalities, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth. Then the general definition of the topic of study, of discussion. Research shows that technology can significantly lower the cost of achieving the SDGs. Discovery of new facts can largely have an effect on the average amount of succeeding in the SDGs. And the points, then more about the SDGs. The SDGs were introduced. The SDGs was an objective that was to produce a set of universal goals that meet the urgent environmental, political, and economic challenges facing our world. Their aim was to also go further and end all forms of poverty. The beauty of the SDGs is that it gives us a comprehensive framework of goals and targets, and creates a shared language with which to understand the complexity. The SDGs were mainly set to have a well-developed environment in the whole world. The SDGs were created by the United Nations Organization, which was an international organization founded in the 1945 after the Second World War by the 51 countries committed to maintaining peace, security, friendship, social progress, and BSL, in brackets, better standards of living in full general, and human rights among nations. To To accomplish their goals, the SDGs were created to help them on our side, believes and supports that technology has lowered the achievements of the SDGs. Now, as the proposer's side, our group, we believe and support that technology has lowered the costs of achieving the SDGs in different ways that will be explained to you by my fellow speakers.
Thank you so much, our PT. Should we take one on the other side? Okay. Yes, we can now.
Good afternoon once again. So I'm going to be introducing you more about the SDGs. The motion states that research shows that technology can significantly lower the costs of achieving the SDGs. Let me first take you through about the motion. What is technology? This refers to the application of scientific knowledge to create tools, systems, and processes to improve on human capabilities. How about significance? What is really significance? This is in a way that is large enough to be noticed, to ensure that can be effectively seen. The SDGs, we are back. What are the SDGs? Let me first take you through the full definition of the SDGs. This is the Sustainable Development Goals. The SDGs are a set of global goals created by the UN or introduced by the UN in 2005 as part of the 2030 agenda to sustain the development. Their aim and address was to look for the various global challenges we face as human beings. Let me give you some of the examples of the SDGs. We have zero poverty. We have zero hunger, no poverty, clean, good health and well-being, quality education, clean water and sanitation. Those are some of the SDGs. My colleague is going to explain more. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon again. Panel, table of jury, and the rest of the students, I do observe protocol. Well, I'm here to propose our topic, which is research shows that technology can significantly lower the cost of achieving the SDGs, of which were the SDGs are the Sustainable Development Goals. We're all aware of this. And yes, I do propose this with my whole being. Considering, technology, I'm considering phones, machinery, and so forth. Well, the SDG1, poverty. Obviously, technology can help lower the cost of all this. Here, I'm talking about telecommunication, as in the UN we have ambassadors of different countries in different and various countries. So in case the UN wanted to, create zero poverty, they can communicate how much does it cost one to just send an email to another person in a different country. And how much would it cost one to buy an aeroplane ticket to move from the whole side of the United Nations to these different countries? Literally, here we're talking about technology lowering the cost. Really, does a email cost that much compared to an airplane ticket? Obviously, no. So this is technology lowering the cost. Here, I'm considering SDG1, 2, I'm considering zero hunger. Here, I'm going to consider technology, machinery. Really, is it that expensive to buy a machine that is going to plow tirelessly very big pieces of land than employing people. Do you know how many people it would really cost to produce enough food to create zero hunger throughout the world, compared to just buying a machine that is going to work tirelessly? You're getting tired. Yeah, once in a while you may have to service it, but believe me, it's not the same price as hiring people to do all this work. Then SDG 1, I'm considering health and good and well-being. Sorry, that's 3. That's good health, well-being. Here I'm considering phones. You guys have probably heard of apps that can monitor your heartbeat, probably your health, your exercises, the kind of food you feed. But let me tell you, hiring a physical therapist to do all that exercise, getting a gym instructor to help you do all these exercises, someone to actually monitor your food, believe me, technology is cheaper. A phone is cheaper than hiring all those people to do all the work. Then quality education. I'm considering, let's say if Uganda actually took on this whole thing of using technology in classes where we have projectors doing all the work, believe me, actually kids learn quicker by watching. Other than listening to a teacher, a very boring lesson, probably you don't like that teacher. And believe me, hiring this teacher, believe me, you need thousands of teachers paying them. And believe me, they get tired at some point, they get fed up of these students. But believe me, a projector ain't getting fed up of these students. That's technology making all this cheaper. I'm saying quality education, believe me. A kid is seeing something actually. But a teacher is going to speak of something you don't actually know even how it looks like. But a projector has all this done. That's quality education. Well, then clean water and sanitation. I'm talking about compositing toilets, anaerobic digesters, and biogas generators. This is quicker. Believe me, getting someone to touch wastes is expensive. And believe me, you're going to get this person that is disgusted, they'll miss out some parts, but these machines are going to do this quicker, and these guys are actually expensive to hire. But a machinery is not really that expensive to do all this. So then another one is industrial innovation and infrastructure. We are talking about machinery working in industries. Actually, a machine doing most of this production and so forth, having a machine that is packaging, and you can actually have these industries running day and night. But you're not going to have someone's mother, someone's father working in an industry all that long, day and night. Believe me, it's going to be expensive. But having these machineries all in this place is going to have this, like the production is going to be higher compared to actually having human beings. And these human beings are to be paid salary. They probably get tired. Someone actually wants a maternity leave, which machine gives birth, obviously. This is actually cheaper. Then I'm considering sustainable cities and communities. I'm talking about smart city initiative tech, where we can have, how should I say, machines managing all these resources. Resources I can include funds, I can include so forth. And here, other than actually having people managing funds, do you know how greedy a human being is? Actually, these people are going to take in these funds, these people are going to embezzle funds. But imagine you have machine. Which machine is that? I do rest my case, but believe me, you guys need to join us. Thank you.
Once again, as the second speaker, the opposer's side, the motion says, the motion was research shows that technology can significantly lower the cost of achieving the SDGs. I believe the first speaker has taken you through what SDGs are and has given you some of the examples. I wouldn't want to take time with that because I really have a lot to talk about. I would like to start by informing my previous speaker from the proposer's side. You are talking of quality education, you're talking of laptops, you're talking of the smart classrooms, but you actually know what you're talking about. Now, I would like to start by hitting the point of quality education. That is one of the aims of the UN. They want to promote quality education through technology. You're telling me that you're going to introduce the idea of the smart classrooms, the laptops, students are going to have to buy laptops, or the school is going to have to incur the cost of buying all those things.
let's take an example of a school that is just adopting to this system of the digital learning. You're going to tell me that a school that has literally been paying, let me say, 900,000 has been your school fees. We can take an example of the new curriculum that they have introduced. These people really are using a lot of technology, but you people are not seeing that this technology is actually bringing in just more, it's incurring a lot. You're telling me that I'm supposed to pay school fees of 900,000, and the school has to think of the connectivity of network in the school, has to think of buying the different technology devices that you're going to use. Won't that lead to an increase in school fees? It will lead. The school will have to increase its school fees. What will that lead to? Let me take an example of the developing countries like Uganda. People here, we're all struggling. You're actually struggling to get the money to stay in school. So you're going to, maybe you'll end up dropping out of school because your parents are not able to provide you with a laptop that you're supposed to study with, the smart classrooms. I hope you understand that. And then the second point, we're talking, rejected. We're talking about peace. Peace is one of the aims of the UN, that's among the SDGs. You're talking of peace. Because of technology, they have been able to discover the rare materials, the rare minerals that are being used to manufacture these devices. The cobalt. Let's take an example of the Democratic Republic of Congo. You people have been able to discover through technology, you've been able to discover the presence of cobalt in DRC. And what has that led to in DRC? It has led to wars. There are wars that are being created. There are people are running away from their home state due to the fear from the gunshots. People are leaving their home states where there is food to run away, to go to areas where their cost of living is going to be improved, where there is no food. Are you telling me you're solving, through technology, you're solving peace? Is that creating peace? That is not actually creating peace. That is creating disunity among the people. Sorry. Another point is, we're talking of justice here. Has any of you heard of the forensic science? I think you don't know more about that. Let me take you brief to it. Forensic science is like, they take you through how you can analyze evidence from the crime scenes and elsewhere to develop objective findings that can assist in the investigations to get whether this one is a crime or this one is a criminal or is not a criminal. Now, about the forensic science, it is something that has been introduced in Uganda here. They even have an institution. These people have been using this kind of technology to investigate crimes. For example, let me take an example of Kawesi. You guys all heard about the death of that general. Was it in 2000? It was in 2001, 2017, when we were in P6, I think. We have heard about the killing of Wamala's daughter, General Wamala's daughter. All those people applied this forensic science to investigate these crime scenes. But how it has taken like over for Kawesi's case, it's been like 5 to 6 years. Okay, I rest my case, but the following speaker is going to elaborate more. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you once again. So I'll begin by correcting the first speaker from the opposite side that these goals were arranged by the UN in 2015, but not 2005. So please make more research. And again, about the quality education and drop out of school. That was by the second speaker. Yes, but this, if you make more research, you will know that the UN, it yes, it was made in 2015, but their SDGs are, they want to be more in 2030, not right now, so make more research. And some of the points, we are also, the other point there is peace, justice and strong institution, surveillance. We all know it is easier for a person to, let me say, cameras work more than people, like at school. Because of the cameras, you can find out that your property was stolen from the hang lines, the theft in the what? In the multi-purpose, the what? So this technology simplifies our work, the teachers' work, the administrators, the police, that it's easier for them to know that this happened. Even we can see, or if people watch the news, people get more information, the accidents happened on the road, more information is got and the families are even got more. So I say technology is significant. Yeah. I would like to end there. My fellow speaker will continue with the other points. Thank you.
As students, the laws are rarely being put in place due to over-reliance on the technology. So, the second speaker from the Gayaza, the cameras are put in place to ease the work of the administrators and teachers. But I would like to put it clear that of just solving, we are not looking at peace in the context of only the cameras. My second speaker came and said, this peace is the problem of peace. She gave an example of the Democratic Republic of Congo, that there is a lot of insecurity in that part because of the discovery of cobalt brought forth by modern technology. So, the second speaker, I would like to say, we are not looking at the problem of peace in just within a school environment or what. We are looking at the global problem because these SDGs are being implemented by the United Nations. We see as teaching indicators that the advancement in technology has led to the environmental degradation. This we can clearly see as we are having the problem of land, air, and water pollution. So, according to the United Nations Environmental Program, during the World Environmental Day 2024, the research showed that there is 40% decrease in the ecosystem, according to the research. So we see that this crisis is not basically brought by nothing else other than modern technology. Because initially we never had this crisis. So we see that modern technology is bringing just a decrease, which is, I don't know where it's taking our world, I'm not sure. We see that technology has greatly led to security. That one has been explained. You came and told us, relying on one of the agendas of the UN, the SDGs, that no poverty. One of the speakers from the affirmative side came and said, the phones are being used in the health sectors to monitor heartbeats. Not knowing that the phones were acquired, those expensive health gadgets were acquired by the government through taxes which directly taxed our parents from home. So, we see that, hold on, we see that if we are to look in the long run, we see that the concept of this health, in the aspect of health, we see that modern technology has led to poverty. It has increased the cost. It has increased the modern technology has increased the SDGs, the cost of SDGs. Oh, I rest my case.
We have the last speaker from your side. And to us out there, can we please try to fix the environment? Let's not mama up here. Let's give them the confidence to really put out whatever they want to put out. Thank you. Yes. She's coming. Crossfire. Oh.
Good afternoon to you all again. Coming in the name of our affirmative side, I do come to prove to my opponents that we are the best side of the government right now. Proving to you you're wrong, I will start by correcting some of you to hint you on the right side. I would like to prove to you, according to the statistics of the Education Ministry, 2023, last year, high-tech schools are one of the most populated schools in Uganda, holding the largest percentage of educated students. And to prove this, UN set these SDGs to be succeeded in 2030. My opponent, prove to me that 2030 has reached right now.
No, it hasn't.
Thank you. That's why we say a struggle requires hard work, and that's what we go through. I would like to ask you, you say this technology has caused war between societies, as from the speech from one of your speakers. I would like to ask you, how many people have used their brain minus tech to get the suspects we have?
Pardon.
I think I was too low. I'm saying, how many people, how many sectors have used their brains minus tech to get the captives of the war?
I really don't know.
Thank you. It's enough. I would like to inform you, this way of you not supporting tech in the peace society is one of the worst things I've had. Proving to you this, less tech in the security sector of Uganda has caused more of the corruption we are fighting right now, causing poverty in the citizens of the world. Why? The less tech we use to get the wrongdoers, the more time we spend using normal people to look for the wrongdoers who are going to ask money in the wrong way to do what is not able to happen. Now, I would like to correct all the statements you have to prove to you that you are too far from the future we have. Thank you. To inform you, 50% of the quality education provided by the UN, according to the UN-based status records from the source of Google, claims that all 50% schools of the UN using quality education, and this is to inform that all students in the quality education of the UN are one of the students you claim that don't have the ability to. If you are able, prove to me that students from UN schools pay fees. Thank you. I would like to inform you, the UN has provided all the quality tech. What has it cost to you?
A lot.
A lot. Thank you. How much did you contribute to the UN?
0.
Thank you. Silence. I would like to inform you this. The UN has a struggle of its own that has provided the high tech most of the UN schools possess, including the projectors my honorables acquired you. Sorry, gave to you. Thank you. I would like to raise my case, but please correct and rectify your side and come to the right side. Thank you.
Good afternoon once again. Okay. From the opposite side, thank you so much for your presentation. I'll start. Do you believe in hard work?
Yes.
Do you eat from your sweat?
Yes.
Then what are you doing here? I would like to put to you, ladies and gentlemen, you wouldn't be here if a so-called machine was working the place of your parents. Am I correct?
Thank you.
No, thank you. Hold on a minute.
Sorry, that works in a low-communicated society.
Excuse me. She did not interject during the session. Let's have the answer yes or no, or whichever answer you like. She didn't interject, so let's begin.
Thank you so much. Speaking of our society, talking of technology, what are the people in the villages going to do? Does everyone have access to technology? Do you even know that in some villages electricity is not there? Are you aware?
No.
Oh, sorry, big guy, let me inform you. As I speak right now, I'm a northerner, but not all parts of the north are connected to electricity. So how are you going to convince me that technology is going to provide quality education to my fellow northerners? How? Do you have a solution to that?
Yes.
What kind of solution? Besides, you asked whether I contributed to the UN. How much did you?
That's the use of the UN.
How much did you contribute? Did you?
I'm not a UN member.
Exactly. I am not here to tell you that whether you belong to the UN, yes or no. You don't, of course. So what are you trying to tell me? You are not yet in 2030, but of course we live for the future. Am I correct? Then tell me something. How can you build the future when you're not looking above the present? You cannot. Relax. You cannot. So, your speaker said that industrialization, it's tiresome to people. Which machine gives birth. But however, if we're all replaced by machines, just imagine a world filled with technology. Where would a human being be? Nowhere. And you're confidently telling me that I'm in a world and I don't know technology? Really? I'm also of the 21st century. So if you tell me that technology wants to control everything, what's the point of education? Are you being educated to be replaced by a so-called machine? Are you doing BCM and your so-called combination to be replaced by a machine? A yes or no?
Create one.
To create what? Well, that's what are you going to create, mind you, when you're being replaced by a so-called machine AI that is going to come and work as accountant Damudia? So where is your job going to stand? Where are you going to stand as an individual? Speaking of health, a machine comes, we're talking about the future. Operating. What's the point of a student in BCM right now?
To improve.
What? To improve what? You're replaced by a machine. So what are you going to improve on the knowledge of the machine? Really? There is nothing you're going to improve. Trust me. When technology is in charge of everything, you're here assuring us that technology is everything. A life without technology is nothing. But let crimes. Mulago Hospital because of the phones, addictions. Someone cannot even live without a phone. When a phone is taken, they be like, oh my God, I cannot live without it. What health are you promoting? Tell me. Is there any kind of problem? Instead, you're pointing mental disorders to people. I do rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you so much. According to you on the other side, to keep quiet, we shall proceed. Thank you. Well, the debate has been heated, right? Yeah. It's bringing out the best of the proposers and the best of the opposers. We are three independent judges that were given the criteria of assessment at the start of this debate. We shall be going into the tally. But as we go into the tally, you have entertainment for us. The tally, I'll head back to the program manager.
High school, Gayaza. Got the bed. Thank you so much, the proposers and opposers for this session. But it also gets back to the audience. Have we really understood the topic of discussion? So, if we were to vote, how many of you say technology lowers the cost? How many? Oh my. Oh my. Okay, I'll not determine. How many of you say technology heightens everything? Oh yeah, I can see why the afforded. But we shall find out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the topic of discussion. Do we advocate for skills for the future in regards to technology? However, we can all decide vis-a-vis technology and the human race. All the two can go as one, and we create a better nation, a better Uganda tomorrow, and achieve the very best. So at this particular moment, as they're still tallying, next on the agenda was supposed to be a skills swap session. But when I was coming here, they told me you were in exams and you did not prepare a presentation in regards to that. However, I have an exercise for you. We are going to have a representative from each column. You're going to think about a skill that you can think about. Which kind of business can you get from that skill? And how can you use technology? How can you use technology to advance? Have you understood? Identify a skill. From that skill, identify what you can do with that skill to create a job. And tell us what kind of technology you can use to achieve that job. You get me? Have we understood? Have we? Okay. For example, my skill is crafting. I can start up a craft shop. How can I use technology to advertise my kind of work? That is what I expect from you. But do not use craft because I've already taken it, okay? So we get to see 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a representative, come up with a skill, and let us know. So this particular moment, do we have someone to entertain us? It can be singing, it can be a poem, it can be a mime. Please, come over here. Come over here. Someone to entertain us, please. As someone is stepping forward to entertain us. Let me have the discussions of the skill you can get a job as well as use technology to achieve it. Thank you so much. Your hands together for the beautiful lady. She's coming to entertain us. A skill. Okay, from which column? From that column. A skill is already here from the first column. As we wait for the rest, do we have entertainment? It's a skill. Please step forward. Do we have any other with a skill? I can see one more. Okay. This is our day. We have to enjoy our day. We don't have anyone who can sing for us. We don't have anyone who can from the extreme color skill. I think here and here we have experts representative. She's from here. Alright, we're here to see a representative from this column and one from here. Somebody to entertain us? Alright, so what we are going to do, we are going in for one exciting kind of interview. So it is consultation, not repeating names. So, for example, no hesitating, no repeating, no hesitating, no repeating, no hesitating. Let's open. Such as, for example, no repeating, no hesitating, no repeating, no hesitating, no repeating. Colors. Consultation, no repeating. Names of such as, for example, no repeating, no hesitating, no repeating, no hesitating. Names of countries. Okay. Uh-huh. Another. Consultation, or repeating names. Oh. Searches. For example, no repeating, no hesitating, no repeating, no hesitating. Names of shoes. Alright. Oh my God. Should we do more? Yes. Really? Yes. Consultation for repeating names. Go. Such as, for example, no repeating, no hesitating, no repeating, no hesitating. So guys. Clap for yourself. Thank you so much. We don't have anyone to sing. Benita. Who is Benita? Who? Nekesa. Please. And Mata. Do we have Mata? Hey. Come on, beautiful. I remember years ago, someone told me I should take control when it comes to love. I did. Let's start from there. Good afternoon. Nice to see beautifully wonderful. Beautifully wonderful Lord, anywhere I follow you, no matter how far. You like saying nobody, nobody knows. I say nobody knows. Baby, this knows. Nobody knows. I get crazy for you, are the way that I do. And if I can see here, I know you are my eyeglasses. I see you in a my shirt. I don't want anyone to know. See you in me, tonight. I tell you what you want to know. Beautifully wonderful love. Anywhere I follow you, no matter how far. If you like any nobody boys, and I said nobody knows. Oh, baby, because nobody knows. Get the time and I know they're okay. Early in the morning, but your face is all that comforts me. Everything if you do like this, do like that. I will do like this, do like that. If you, I'll see right back. If you like it, we go all night. And the judge is ready.
Okay. First, on the proposals for reading here quite a brief understanding of what the SDGs are and how technology can positively or negatively impact the achievement of the goal. Well done. Briefly, without taking quite a lot of time that is really first spent, accumulate the total score of 5. Your ability to debate and bring out the key gist of the topic and as the debate did go on, if you did express certain critical thinking go to the finish line before the timekeeper on the bell, that mark. The point of correction or point of information marks, and the crossfire as well, 23 marks. That is a total of 6. We did evaluate each and every candidate that came here to speak. We don't have the time. From the opposite side, you did get 99. Then, from adjudicator 1, the proposers did accumulate a total of 66, and the opposers did accumulate a total of 77. From adjudicator 2, the proposers did accumulate a total of 100, and the opposers did accumulate a total of 103. Therefore, just before I announce the results, getting into what the topic was for the day, research showing that technology can significantly lower the cost of achieving SDGs. You all did exhibit quite a number of points: digitization of education, utilization of technology for communication, agriculture, mechanization. Those were very strong points. However, the cost and the income for a country like Uganda, that is if we are to contextualize it into the Ugandan context. Coupled with the limited coverage of internet and power, technology will require power. So probably that's how we need to really get the marks that we are having here today. An average of the 3 judges was got, and the total score is hard. Proposers 81 and the opposers 93. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, results were stated. The proposers, 81%. Can we give them a round of applause? This marks or identifies them as the defending champions. And the opposers happen to be the champions of Atlas International Youth Day Celebration Debate Challenge 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the winners. And I would like to call you to step here, and you also step here. You pose for a photo together with the judges. Then we shall have the champions. I don't know what my finance and welfare, as the administrative manager, has for these beautiful and handsome debaters. In case you have something for them, little as it is, it's something that motivates them. But I do believe, I really love debating. I nearly stood up here on the podium to also give my views, but I never had a say. I was neutral. Thank you so much. The audience was extremely perfect, and I believe we really understood the topic of discussion. So they're going to gift you with pens to continue writing and making research, such that the next time we happen to be here to do the thing, we are able to articulately note down all that we have. And the response is a souvenir from Topori Mentoring Uganda that you should never forget us. Maybe the school doesn't allow, but you will have it at some point. Thank you so much for participating. And thank you so much for being brilliant debaters. I would say these guys are so eloquent. When it comes to English, oh my God, they're better than me. Thank you guys. Photo moments. And if you happen to see yourself on one of our social media platforms or on our website, don't ask yourself why. It is because today we are celebrating Atlas International Youth Day. You people are international, even your uniform tells it. Oh, I just love it. She's saying just no. Hey, I know today. Thank you guys for doing a tremendous work. Once the cameraman is done, thank you so much. You can work as we gear in for the next session. So we're going in for the skills session. One, name, class, and combination. Then elaborate more about your skill, how you can derive that skill, and how you can advertise it. Let me have my participants take seats. Please feel free to take seats. Do I only have two? Do I only have two? The middle columns, you did extreme end. And right here, I think I did get participants. Maybe as I presented to us the skills, we shall be getting more of the participants. Please, your name, your class, your combination, and articulately discuss with us your skill and how you execute it to make it a success. Thank you.
I think it's still our afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Namboa Christian Patra, offering GS to supply, and my skill is baking. Guys, I am a baker at home when I'm not here at school. This skill, the way I use it, I bake some eats at home as a family basis because I haven't gone like professional, but I do some baking like samosas, mandazi, and that is my baking, of course, they are mine. That's my skill. Then, using technology, when I'm baking, we need an oven, mixers, some require blenders, I think basically to me that is some technology I include when I'm baking. So if I want to, let me see, promote or advertise my business, I'm going to do it here at school. I'll bake something, come here with it at school. I give samples to those who are interested and those who have tried ever my daddies or anything I brought. So when I give you something, I be promoting myself. I will tell you what I've put, the spices. I will tell you more of what I've used. So in case you want to, or you want to make an order, for those who want, I can bake you and bring you things here at school. For some people who don't bring it. That is how I influence my skill of baking. I think that's all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause.